doing the Plateau Passage. Rob, you're the one who sent me the route information. What the heck? The Plateau Passage, at least as much as we can. We're gonna hit snow.
Because I think the Plateau Passage goes through the mountains, and we're gonna hit a lot of snow, so we're not gonna be able to do that.
We'll see.
But here we are, the beautiful Lake Mead, just outside of Boulder City, Nevada. It is 65 degrees at 8 a.m.
Woo!
Oh, love it. So we're gonna ride up to St. George for the first leg of the trip, and it's gonna be Chris's birthday on St. Patrick's Day. And we're gonna have some beers and meet my wife up there, and then we will continue on through Zion and see where it goes.
Sounds good to me.
Rock and roll.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Right, dude, let's hit it.
Rob and I are the type where if we haven't gone on at least an overnighter for more than a few weeks, we start to go a little insane. We were bucking to go on an adventure. Though, neither of us expected to be back out here this soon. Only 4 months ago, we were riding around in Moab.
You want to tell me what just happened, Chris?
Rob, this mistake was a shared responsibility, but we have gone the wrong way. And we just did a big hill, and we are going towards Las Vegas, and we should not be going that way. So we need to turn around. At least it's downhill, that's the good news. Oopsie.
Why? Why? Every single time. Why?
Rob picked the Plateau Passage route for us, though we both knew it wouldn't go this time of year. Snow and the higher elevations would force us to detour, but certain segments were snow-free, and we'd never been there before. So this gave us enough of a guide to roughly follow to get stoked enough to drive down to Nevada. We weren't caught up in particulars, we just wanted to go on an adventure.
How far did we go?
61.8 miles.
Sad part is, Echo Bay does not sell beer. Boo.
You brought enough. You brought enough for yourself, Parker. Who are you kidding?
Alright, I'm gonna go get some firewood. We gotta have something later.
At the end of the day, we wound up at the Echo Bay Campground along Lake Mead. The water levels at Lake Mead were super low. In this section, we couldn't even get to the water. But we were happy to be sleeping outside. Unfortunately, we didn't stumble on any human remains.
So Rob's been kicking my ass all day when we were riding. I'm blaming it on the fact that my brake pads are rubbing. Both of mine are doing that. And so I think the pistons aren't retracting all the way, so the pad's rubbing. So I'm gonna try and take off the pads and oil up the pistons or something. I don't know. They just seem like they're getting stuck. We'll see if that fixes the problem.
Tell us what you did, Chris. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Admit it.
I took out the pads and I put some oil on the little pistons, and then I pulled the brake lever and the piston popped out, as did a bunch of fluid. And now my front brakes don't work. Yeah, they don't work.
But on a positive note, they're not rubbing.
And I learned a valuable lesson. When you're changing the brakes and you take the pads off, don't pull the lever. Cheers, Parker.
Cheers. I don't know how a bunch of cans got in my frame bag, but what the heck.
All right, time for a little whiskey walk and wine walk.
Whiskey.
Here we go. Let's check out this beautiful lake.
Oh, there's no lake left. It's too dry.
It's rough here. It's not the best. Okay, join us.
I mean, if the water level was right there, yeah, because we'd be jumping in and it'd be paradise, but
There's not even water down there.
man, it's looking bleak, man.
It is, yeah.
I don't, seen the other videos. I'm not one to be Debbie Downer, but oof.
What do you think about all those tires over there?
How did that happen?
Yeah, what about the boarded up restaurant over there? Okay.
Yeah, there's a dumpster. There's no water.
What's the best part about this place?
You.
Oh. We got tonight, Parker?
Chicken and dumplings.
Alright, I'm trying some lasagna. Never had this before. Pretty excited.
Arctic,
It says it whatever
fire.
you want.
It doesn't even matter, dude.
Yeah. Is there... 680 calories.
He's so happy. Here's the bad decisions.
Make them, Parker.
Absolutely.
Parker, we getting an alpine start or what?
It's
Gosh.
not that early, and it's going to get hot.
It's not gonna get hot.
You need to learn about Jack Daniels and portion sizes.
No. No.
Our sleepy head won't get up.
2 minutes and it'll be 6 o'clock and then I'll get up.
Yeah, I probably had too much to drink the previous night, but we still got started early enough. And this morning, we'd be riding in a group of 3. We met Jamie at the Echo Bay Campground and told him what we were up to. He decided to tag along with us for part of the ride.
He's ahead of me now.
No brakes.
Not good. Got a friend this morning. Yeah.
We'd be on more tarmac leading to Valley of Fire. Temperatures were cool and the sun was out. We couldn't complain.
Valley O Fire.
Nice.
We stopped at the Roger Hot Springs along the way for a little snack. Roger Hot Springs flows at 1,000 gallons per minute and has a ton of fish. It was cool to see a place like this out in the middle of the desert.
All right, our morning riding buddy Jamie. Thanks for a good morning. Had a great time. We'll see you on another trip, huh? For sure. All right.
Peace out, dude.
Peace. Peace.
Have a good ride back, man.
Yeah, for sure. You guys have a good ride too.
Yeah.
All right, pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, same here.
The Valley of Fire is a state park full of vibrantly colored sandstone formed by shifting sand dunes 150 million years ago. There's a lot to explore out here. You could easily spend a few days. We were happy to be riding in the Valley of Fire relatively early in the day. It made for cooler temperatures and way less traffic. I guess Rob had the right idea with an alpine start after all.
Alright, I pulled off at Mouse Tank. I'm walking down this sandy wash for some petroglyphs. Parker's already seen this, so he's watching the bikes.
Mouse's Tank is named after a renegade Paiute Indian. This was one of his hideout spots. There's a small rock basin that can carry water, hence the tank. The petroglyphs are in great shape. They're only 1/8 of a mile off the road. The bighorn sheep seemed indifferent to our presence. We spotted them all along the roads. They were totally unfazed.
How you doing, Wilson?
Not too bad. A little sweaty.
What are you thinking of the old Valley of Fire?
Nice. I'm glad we're not here on a weekend. Ooh, we'd be run off the road.
I'm glad we're not here in the heat.
Yeah.
I would just curl up and die.
No more tarmac in our future for a while, Parker.
Nice.
It's gonna get slow going, I think.
Yeah.
But no cars.
No cars. We've been on tarmac for a day and a half.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was kind of getting spoiled.
I know.
Looks like we got some gravel and sand in our future.
Yep.
Woo-hoo.
There we go.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I thought it was like down
Yeah.
that way, right through there, but no,
Oh,
there's just
okay,
right.
the road's washed out. Okay, Ghost Rider.
Still looks like it's gonna be a struggle. We're already struggling.
We were both happy to get off the tarmac and onto some rougher terrain. I like a good old hike-a-bike every now and then, and pulling a bike up a steep embankment. Though, things got rough fast. Remember, we'd been riding exclusively on tarmac for the last few days. The section of the route's really exposed, so we took advantage of the shady spots that we found.
And all of a sudden you come around,
Yeah.
and I'm back in the sand. So we're gonna call this, from now on, I'm gonna rename it Chris Sand. You heard of quicksand? This shit is worse. This is Chris Sand. You ever run into Wilson on the road? Get away from him. Some bad shit's about to happen to you.
All right, what's going on, Rough Rider?
We had a good day today. We rode from Echo Bay and went up through Valley of Fire, and Valley of Fire is spectacular. I highly recommend going there. And then we cut down into this ATV park place. That was hard going. There was rock and sand, and it was hot, and it was dusty. And then we rode down here to Overton, and there's essentially no place to really camp unless you want to just put it out in the dirt in the sun. We decided, meh, let's pull out the credit card. So yeah, we got a great room here, and apparently I might have over-applied sunscreen. I'm not really
people
sure.
on YouTube want to know, Rob, is this
Yeah.
your first time applying sunscreen?
You know what? I haven't been in the sun for 6 months. I've been in the cold. And I am really scared of getting sunburned.
Okay, good job.
So apparently, I over-applied.
You did good.
So we're going to get some Mexican food and some beer.
Ooh, I want some tacos. All right, Parker, day 3. What's going on?
We were in Overton.
Ovaltine.
Ovaltine. We're going to ride to Mesquite over the Great Plateau. We're going to go to Mesquite and see how we're feeling, and we will probably press on, go up in the mountains there between Mesquite and St. George, stay the night. I read in the trip description that it's a 40-mile descent into St. George. I like that.
I like that too.
The ride out of Overton started pleasant. Cool temperatures, gradual grade, nice views, and fairly smooth. The dramatic clouds with the mountain backdrop created a picturesque view as we headed into the Virgin Mountains. We were both prepared for a hard day. We'd end up paralleling some power lines. Rob and I have a bad relationship with what we affectionately refer to as power line trails. This dates back to our second trip riding together through
You
Washington.
got this, Wilson.
I'm walking this one.
You are? Man, he never walks. I walk. He doesn't walk. Let's see.
Front brakes, that's too scary.
Let's see what we got.
Going down.
Oh, dude.
Whatever GoPro factor, that looks like nothing.
Yeah, that's something. I'm not even sure I can walk down that. I might have to go down the dunes or something. Behind the scenes, look, Chris has to go all the way down the hill to set up the camera to get us a shot descending. That's why I don't know how to work that camera. Intentional. How's it going?
Struggling, Parker.
Struggling?
Struggling. How are you?
You should just get on your bike and ride.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of that. Okay. Yeah, why push?
Come on.
Hold on.
Come on, Maverick, you got this.
All right.
Go into beast mode.
There we go.
There it is.
Yep.
A lot of the time, it isn't that the terrain is unrideable, it's just it takes so much more energy to ride rather than push. It just makes sense to walk. There's a decent amount of this along this stretch of the route. A lot of steep ups and downs on bumpy terrain.
This might be one of the hardest days we've had in a while.
After some refueling in Mesquite, we headed into the Virgin Mountains in search for a camp spot.
For the next 13 miles, we only gained like 1,500 feet.
We got a chance of rain, Parker. Uh-oh.
It said 30% chance of showers, so we got a 70% chance of staying dry.
Oh boy.
I like my odds.
Oh, that was a hard day.
Ho, ho, ho. And it's starting to rain now.
Oh, time to get the tent up. Pronto.
Yes, let's do this.
Okay.
This was one of my favorite camp spots on the trip. It was quiet and tranquil, birds chirping and the wind blowing. Dramatic rain clouds constantly moved past us, just skirting our tent spot. We got to camp early enough that we had time to walk around, explore, gather some firewood, and even clean off some of the accumulated salt and sweat.
Those clouds are just missing us. I think there's a lot of rain coming down over there. What's happening, Parker?
It's raining.
It's raining. What the heck?
What the heck?
I mean, we saw the clouds coming.
It is.
Yeah.
But we were unfazed until it rained. How can I be sunburnt and getting hailed on? Makes no sense.
Fortunately, the rain was brief, didn't even last for 10 minutes. So we set up a fire and kicked back, enjoying the beautiful mountains, dramatic clouds, and a soothing sunset.
Shake it like a salt shaker. Why are you shaking it? Shake it. What? Got fire!
It's not raining anymore.
Woo! Cheers, Parker.
There's a reason why we suffer. I eat it.
Worked hard for that.
I eat it.
It sounds cliche, but it was one of those evenings that reminds you why you do this. Where there's nowhere you'd rather be, nothing that you'd rather be doing.
Oh no! Oh, my pillowcase got wet in the rain. Oh no!
Oh, Parker,
that
what are you
sucks.
gonna do?
That sucks.
All right, that was a hard day.
Yeah, it's 7:45.
Oh my gosh.
We watched an amazing moonrise over the mountains.
Yeah.
About an hour ago,
Right.
and yeah, it was a brutal day today. That power line road was so hard.
Hard going. Yeah.
So hard. And then coming up here,
It's nice up here, though.
it's spectacular.
Yeah, great campsite.
So tomorrow I think we have about 3,500 feet of climbing,
Right out of the gate.
and according to the website, we have a 40-mile descent to St. George. Oh, for your birthday!
and I will get my brakes fixed, so I will have front brakes.
Yes.
I'm afraid of that descent tomorrow.
For your birthday.
Woo!
Woo! All for your birthday.
Yay!
Today was my birthday. I turned 36. Birthdays don't mean a lot to me. I just like to use it as an excuse to plan vacations in March. Okay, day 4. Happy birthday,
Chris's
me!
birthday. Woo!
All right, so big hill and then big descent.
On day 4, we'd be aiming for St. George, where we'd meet up with Rob's wife. The route description showed a lot of climbing and a lot of descending, but neither of us were expecting the beatdown that would ensue. This turned out to be one of the toughest days of riding I've ever done. Can't quite explain why. I mean, the terrain was rough, there was a lot of climbing, but just looking at the numbers, this day shouldn't have been that hard. But I kicked both our asses.
Here we go. You got this. Woohoo!
Rob, this may be hardest 25 miles of my life.
Ditto. 25 miles, 7 hours.
25 miles, 7 hours.
7 hours.
Oh, I'm getting worked.
Oh my God.
I am already knackered.
We hit our high point and got stoked for the big descent, only to be let down. Didn't turn out to be the smooth, fast-rolling, endless descent we were hoping for. Rather, it was kind of steep and chunky, and kind of sketchy with only rear brakes.
Hallelujah, Parker!
Oh, gee. It appears to actually exist. Happy birthday.
Woo!
Let's go get some beer.
But St. George was in sight. Rob's wife, she was meeting us on the outskirts of town. The promise of beer kept Rob going, and I couldn't wait to eat some proper food.
Get slow. Only back brakes. I want to stop and take pictures, but I am too tired. We have places to be.
Man, we've been riding for 10, 11 hours now. Oh man, these have not been soft on the old behind.
That way?
What's happening?
Is that normal?
No! Not normal!
We got no front brakes for 2 days. We gotta go to the bike shop tomorrow.
Yes, we do.
We're gonna go down here to the highway and jump in the car, put the bikes away, and go get some beer and some whatever Chris wants for his birthday dinner. And then we're gonna have a big call.
After a wrong turn, we ended up meeting Rob's wife in a giant dirt parking lot off the highway. We were both knackered like we hadn't been in a long time. This would mark the end of the first leg of our journey.
Happy birthday.
Cheers, Parker.
We did it.
Too easy that ride today, huh?
Oh,
Next year we'll do something harder.
yeah. Next year we'll do the whole route, not just 4 days.
That's right.
The other, what would it be, 800 miles?